Loud and clear as well. Tape is on. It's the 8th of March. Sebastian Schlimmer, URT 2. And all right, we're gonna do a wind check when we get before we take off. So if it's not looking good, we won't take off. But right now it's looking all right. All right. Okay, Victor's current temperatures, pressures are in the green. All right. Other than the winds, it's a beautiful day. You know, this is standard out in the Netherlands, isn't it?
Yeah, this is not over there.
Not too bad. Yeah, you are from the all you guys are from the Netherlands, right?
Well, actually, I'm from the States.
Oh, you are. I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't really talk to you enough to detect whether it's because some of the guys don't have much of an accent. So, are you an instructor or student?
I'm a student. But,
cool. Okay.
I have parents from Belgium, so I went over there after high school, got into school, and they sent me out here.
Awesome. That's cool. Ground upset 3, taxi single extra with Victor via Far East.
Upset 3, give it ground, runway 12 right a kilo, taxi via Whiskey Victor Alpha.
12 right a kilo, Whiskey Victor Alpha, upset 3. So I'm sorry, you said your parents are over there now?
No, they're from there. They still live in this.
Okay. Yeah. Are you going to go over there and look for a job, or are you going to stay here? Or?
I'm going to see what's going on there and what's going on here, too.
That's good. Hey, you know what? I would, you know.
Yeah, with the dual citizenship, it does open up a lot of doors.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's good, because it's probably looking a little better over here than there right now, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but... Well, just to let you know my background, I was military. I still have a job out at Luke. I don't fly the F-16 anymore. A little bit too many G's for my back at 48. But mostly F-16s in the military. I'm the command post officer in charge out there for the active duty and reserves. Lieutenant Colonel out there. Love that job. Love this job. I was Director of Operations here for 3 years from 01 to 03, and I've been here for a year this time around, so I have about 2,000 hours in this airplane, so I know what I'm doing. Let's go out and have a good time, learn something. So how did it go on URT 1?
Centurion 178.
First one went well.
Gateway clearance delivery.
I mean, for a first flight.
Paso Airport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fly runway heading.
Well, it's just kind of getting into the all-attitude upset recovery.
Yeah.
And we're gonna reinforce it on this ride.
And Simone.
Yeah. How was your pace? Was it too slow, too fast?
It didn't feel too slow or too fast.
Okay. All right. I'll show you my pace, which is a pretty good pace. It's a good, you know, you don't want to go too fast because you might miss a step. But we're going to practice it. This is a really good ride for practicing that because we'll be seeing all sorts of different things.
We're cleared El Paso.
All right. Yeah, the winds right now are not too bad. They're just front quartering almost down the runway.
Victor.
What's the crosswind limit on this plane?
The demonstrated is 15. I've actually landed this airplane in formation in 30 knots without scraping a wing. Not that the formation has anything to do with that, but I wouldn't do that anymore. Don't get me wrong, but over 20 is comfortable for me in this airplane. Okay, we're gonna run up here.
Centurion 8.
Center Acro, trim, tape, temperatures, pressures, ag check.
Citation correction. Centurion 8 Juliet Delta. Runway 12 right. Taxi via
Boost pump check. Canopy closed and locked. Looking good. Prop check. Alright. Check your harness. Make sure you're all strapped in. Yep. Alright. Move my flight controls around. They are bumping around quite a bit, so we're going to be careful about feeling where they're free floating.
Gateway ground, good afternoon. We're Patriot 306. Cargo ramp request pushback. We have 12 right.
For Patriot 306, Gateway ground, pushback approved.
Okay, door lights up, expect clear to pushback approved.
Let's see what the winds look like.
Up at 1, single ship with Victor via Far East.
Yeah, they're almost down the runway now.
Gateway ground, runway 12 right a kilo, taxi via Whiskey Victor Alpha.
12 right a kilo, up at 1. HAG, do you have
Tower upset 3, ready for takeoff, 12 right a kilo.
Upset 3, Gateway Tower, fly runway heading, runway 12 right a kilo, cleared for takeoff.
Upset 3, clear for takeoff, 12 right a kilo, runway heading. Okay, we are clear left, clear right, clear for takeoff, runway heading, center acro, trim, brakes, boost, mixture prop. Guard gave you a takeoff brief last ride, didn't he? We'll say that's standard to include hand speed clear for takeoff and landing. A little bit of a sagebrush, not too big a deal in this airplane. We'll just offset to the right a little bit. Okay, winds from the right, but not too bad right now, so we'll just get a feel for what's going on here. A little bit of rudder, there we go. A little bit of right aileron, and we are off. And we'll crab into the wind. It's really not too bad. It's right down the runway, except for a little front quartering. Got a little dark sky over to the west, so I'm not sure we're going to get another go after this one, though. This might be the last one for today. Got the traffic off the left. That's why we're on runway heading. RPM's coming back. And he's in his turn. I think they forgot about us.
Upset 3, left turn east approved.
Upset 3, left turn east. Okay. I'm going to let you fly out there. I'm just, we're going to have to crab quite a bit to get to Rittenhouse. So I'll tell you what, Sebastian, you have control. I have control. And we're not going to get, well, we'll see. You know what? We'll just make a call when we get out to the area here. Those 3,000-foot deck solidified.
Centurion 178 Juliet Delta, gateway tower, hold short, runway 12 right, awaiting IFR release.
But you know what? Even if we can't get the ride done, at least it's a freebie then, right? Yeah. We'll just reschedule. One is ready. Stick time is stick time.
Upset 1, gateway tower, hold short, runway 12 right at kilo.
Hold short, 12 right at kilo, upset 1.
Upset 1, runway 12 right at kilo, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 12 right at kilo, upset 1. Yeah, let's see. We'll see. Very interesting. Alright, just level off here because we're going to have to descend a little bit anyway. I'll give you a little nose down trim. And turn, actually this is good heading.
Cessna 85 Zulu, runway 12 left, cleared, touch and go.
12 left, clear, touch and go, 85 Zulu.
Centurion 178 Juliet Delta, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff, flag runway heading.
Set left, turn out for upset 1.
Upset 1, left turn out to the east approved.
Upset 1. APS ops, Schlimmer. Well, I think we might be able to get something done in the northwest between the Bravo and the cloud deck there. APS ops, Schlimmer. Alright, I have control. You have control? Yeah, we you know what? So I'm going to call up the Bravo here. We're clear of the 5,000, so we have that big swap off the left here. We'll work north-south in a racetrack if you're comfortable with it. I won't let us get too close to the weather. Yeah, that's all right. I just don't know if, I think Otter's got some room in the center, but we might have to send Brandon back. So I'll tell you what, we're looking good now. And Schlimmer's in the northwest. Okay. You have control. I have control. We're going to do an all-attitude recovery, the stall recovery using the push power rudder roll climb. So remember, when you push, don't push too hard. You know, just lighten the seat, okay? In any aircraft, just lighten the seat. You don't require too much stick movement. Turn left for me. In this airplane, power comes up. Rudder check neutral. Sebastian, remember, don't look at the ball. Don't chase the ball. You can fly right towards Gold Canyon down there. Then roll wings level, so push power rudder roll. climb? You ready to give just a power off stall a try?
Yeah, sure.
All right, roll out here for a second.
Schlimmer, Otter.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what are you seeing out there?
Okay, stand by 1. I have control.
Control.
Right now, I can work in a swath between Gold Canyon and about 2 miles southwest, and I've got some room in the northwest. You might be able to work center just on the east side of the canal. I don't know if we're going to have enough room for random. It is low. We can't get underneath this. So northeast is unusable, center east is unusable, the south may be unusable. Why don't you come out and see if I can give you some of the northwest, but I'm going to start my profile now.
Okay, roger that. Why don't you stay there, then northwest. I'll see if I can work center west and south. I'll coordinate with random when he gets out here.
Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's for all purposes. It's clear in a million here. It's just that we can't go too far. Well, you know what? If we stay below the Bravo and don't do aerobatics, we can go further west. But right now we're above it, and we have the weather. So, I am going to let you do a power off stall, and we're going to do it to the left, so you have control. I have control. Okay, Sebastian, slow down to 80 knots or so. And when you get there, just start a turn to the left. Don't worry about the little puppy here. And just get yourself into a stall. At the stall, remember it's buffet and lack of pitch response, push, power, rudder, roll, climb. Recover.
Push, power, rudder, roll, climb. All right, positive rate.
Good, Sebastian. I don't know if that was you that rolled a little bit into Moorbank, but, you know, you didn't roll early. That was good. You didn't intentionally roll early. Sometimes, and I have control. Sometimes pilots in the stick aircraft will move the stick either in left or right in the push, so you might have had a little left aileron there.
Okay.
But that was a good recovery, and your pace was good. Okay. I liked your pace, and you didn't miss a step, and your push was light in the seat, so I don't really have an issue with that. That was pretty good. All right, we're going to move on to accelerated stalls, and area is clear. We're just going to turn back to the south here. We'll be kind of being blown like a kite, but at least it's smooth up here. Okay, next we're going to do accelerated stalls. So I am going to pull the power back. Now, as you know, Sebastian, if I pull too hard right now for the airspeed available, I could get into an accelerated stall, right?
Right.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be at 90 to 100 knots, well above my VS, my 1G stall speed of 65 knots. And I'm going to pull back abruptly. I want you to follow along with me. All right. I'm going to pull back, and then I'm just going to relax the back pressure. I'm not going to do the full recovery. Just going to relax the back pressure. Here we go. There's a stall, just relax, and we're flying again, right?
Yeah.
Just like that. You try it. You have control.
I have control. So go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Very nice. And nice, good job relaxing the back stick. You didn't over-control, because you realize when you get into an accelerated stall, you have more airflow over the control surfaces, and if you push too hard, you could actually spike negative G's, right?
Right.
And that could hurt the airplane. All right, I have control.
You have control.
Now, watch what happens here as I get into a turn. Let's say I'm trying to avoid other traffic on the nose, or maybe I'm trying to avoid that weather over there, and I pull too hard. I'm going to hold in the stall here. Watch my turn performance diminish here. I'm not turning very well right now, am I?
No.
I am in the stall. I relax the back pressure, add some power. Now I can get it back in the turn. So now I'm turning just fine. So the point I'm trying to make there, and I'll climb a little bit as I'm talking to you, the point I'm trying to make is that if you get into a stall, whether it's in a dive recovery or trying to avoid overshooting final, your turn performance diminishes rapidly, so you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to get into the stall.
Right.
All right. We're just going to turn around, and now I'm going to show you a full recovery from an accelerated stall. Thought this stuff was supposed to move to the east. It doesn't look like it's moving very much, does it? If we don't complete this, we'll just completed on the next ride. But so far, we're doing all right. Are you comfortable with the weather as long as I am?
Yeah, I'm
doing all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Random is airborne, headed for the south. Random Otter, I need you to work on in center-west area. Schlimmer is in the northwest. It's the only available area. I'm in the south here working with what's available. You've got just a little bit of area here in the center-west, so why don't you stay here? Random, center-west, got it.
Okay. So I'm going to do a full recovery here. So let's say I'm trying to avoid overshooting final. I'm low to the ground. I pull too hard for the airspeed available. Alright, and I get into the stall. I'm going to do the whole recovery, so follow along with me. There it is, push, power, rudder, roll, climb. Just like you did before, so nothing changes. Okay. Alright, I'm going to let you do one. We're just going to take our time here, set it up so that you have a clear horizon for all these maneuvers. Okay. Sebastian, you have control? I have control. You're going to have you turn to the right here, so simulating that you're overshooting final, just roll up to the 60-degree bank turn, start pulling into the stall, and recover.
Push, power, rudder, roll, climb.
Outstanding.
Positive rate.
That was textbook. That's exactly what you want to do. I have control.
You have control.
All right. Now, let's move on to slips, and you don't have to tell me what the general consensus on slips is, because I know in the ab initio community, but as you can imagine, Sebastian, slip is a good tool to know how to do, because you can slip your current aircraft. You can slip a 767. In fact, that Gimli glider in Canada that ran out of fuel due to fuel mismanagement slipped his airplane into land. You could do that. If you have an engine fire, regardless of whether it's on the nose or the wings, you might have to slip. You have one shot at landing, you want to get down fast. But in addition to crosswind correction, and on the next ride, you'll see that there are times where we have to slip just because of a control malfunction. So I'm going to roll into a left wing low slip with right rudder. Look where the ball's going. It's going to the low wing, right?
Right.
So we're sweeping back the high wing, in this case the right wing, and because the relative wind is coming out about 11 o'clock, that's where we're going. There's a slight outward span-wise component of airflow on the right wing, so if we stall here, we're going to roll toward the right wing. Now, when you go on to fly airplanes with roll spoilers deployed on the low wing, it may roll into those roll spoilers. Okay, I'm going to reverse my slip and turn around here. So I'm going to reduce the input simultaneously, bring them in the other direction, turn. I'm still managing airspeed in a slip with pitch, so I'm going to hold somewhere between 95 and 100 knots, or 90 and 100 knots. Alright. So we're just managing our airspeed. I'm avoiding the stall. I'm going to have you try a couple slips here. I'm going to roll you out right here. So I want you to go left wing low first. You have control.
I have control. Left wing low?
Yeah, left wing low, right rudder. You got it. All right. Very nice. I'm going to add a little power for you so we don't descend too much. And just maintain about 100 to 110 knots. Notice the nose generally wants to come down a little bit in the slip. That's good. It doesn't want to pitch up in the stall. For a normal trim configuration anyway. Alright, you're doing great. Now, we are heading downwind in a hurry, so I want you to reverse your slip to a right wing low slip, and I'm just going to have you turn around. Yeah, this airplane's very sensitive on the controls. Yeah. Alright, go ahead and start your good 45-degree bank turn. Actually, delay it here just a second. Turn right around this cloud here.
The one on the right?
Yeah, go to the right. So, slip to the right, though. Yeah, still left rudder. Oh, keep that left rudder in. Just a good 45-degree bank. Turn right around this cloud. There you go. You're doing good. Yeah. Very nice. All right, there's Allegiant, no factor. All right, way off the left wing, not high, no factor. You're doing great. So you're turning in a slip. You're managing your airspeed just like you normally do. Keep turning around, and I'm going to have you just establish a track in a slip here in a second. Bring that nose up just a little bit. so we don't lose altitude. Now, just roll out of enough bank to hold a track. Pick a point off at, pick one of those clouds out there. Right about, keep that rudder in. Yeah, just keep the rudder in the slip, and now you're on a track, right?
Right.
You're tracking about right 1 o'clock, and I have control.
You have control.
All right. And we'll see if we can continue this. We have enough altitude for the slipping stalls. I'm going to just scoot on the other side of this cloud out here. Okay. So, Sebastian, what we're going to do next is we're going to stall from a slip.
Potter, you got an MD-80 coming over the south area. He's probably 8,000 climbing. Roger that.
Okay, this looks great right here. So, here I am in a slip. All right, ball is toward the low wing, Sebastian, to the right wing. I'm going to pull the power back. We're going to get some buffet right before the stall. I'm not going to go more than 30 degrees of bank because it would be progressively harder to stall. I'll run out of elevator authority if I'm in too steep a bank. So, we're going to get some buffet here. Which way is it going to roll when we stall? What do you think?
Left.
It's going to roll left, absolutely. So follow along with me. I'm going to push and hold the push until I roll up right. There it is. Push, power, rudder, roll, fly. All right. So a couple things I want to talk about there as we climb on up. You notice I had a good light in the seat push, right?
Yeah.
This is one time where you want a good light in the seat push. The wings are stalled asymmetrically, so push to your light in the seat. Bring the power up. Yeah, if you were pointed straight at the ground, you might not, but otherwise, bring the power up. We're close to the stall. Rudder check neutral. Don't chase the ball. Just look over the nose, cancel the yaw with rudder, or just put the rudders where you think they need to be, which is in the neutral position. Now, certainly, Sebastian, if at the point you neutralize the rudder, the airplane is still yawing and rolling, then use a little opposite rudder, all right? Or push a little harder, okay? That's okay, but it probably won't for you, so I don't think you have to worry about that. So push, power, rudder neutral, then while holding that push, roll in the shorter direction to the horizon. I want you to get that lift vector in the vertical. Use a good amount of aileron deflection, just like I did. And then roll upright, and only then do I want you to start pulling. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn back this way. And I'm going to have you do one. The area's clear. We're just going to go in this hole in the clouds right here. So, you have control.
I have control.
All right. Now, go into a slip. I've got you a takeoff. There you go. And I want you to pull that nose up gradually into a stall. Not too aggressively. You're going to get some buffet here. It's going to roll to the right. Wait for it to roll. A little too much. There you go. Now recover. Power, rudder. Now roll, roll. There you go. Very good. Good, good, good.
Positive rate.
All right. It's hard to tell your attitude when you're over like that. You did everything right, but I wasn't sure you were going to hold that push. I have control.
You have control.
That was not bad. Just look for that horizon. Roll upright. Keep that push. Roll upright. Yeah, that'll minimize altitude loss. So, when you roll, notice where kind of keep in your peripheral cross check where that horizon is.
Yeah. And
roll back to it. All right, you still doing good? You comfortable with the weather?
Comfortable. On that last one, did I roll
no, shortest way? You did roll the shortest way. Yeah, I was just encouraging you to roll fast because initially it didn't look like you were going to roll fast, but you did. You rolled the shortest way, absolutely. Okay. That was a good recovery. All right. You have control.
I have control.
Let's try another one. And you can pull the power back. You can keep the right wing low, just a little less bank. Notice we're getting some buffet off the low wing route onto the tail because the power's back. We'll call that the bad news buffet again. That means you're getting close to the stall. We're just letting it go far enough for you to see what happens.
Push, power, rudder, roll.
Nice. Yeah.
Positive rate.
That was very good. I don't really have anything for that. That's exactly what you want to do. I have control.
You have control.
Very good. Okay, now, obviously you don't want to stall from a slip, but now we're going to do a skid, and you never want to skid, right? Slips are worth doing sometimes. You just don't want to stall.
Yeah.
But skids are very dangerous. Okay. Now, why would somebody skid? Hopefully they weren't taught to skid. Oh, by the way, I have gloves if you want them. Are you okay without gloves? Are you doing all right?
Well, if you have them, I might as well.
Yeah, you can have them here. Let me pass them on. Oh, there you go. And got that other one? Cool. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot about them.
All right.
All right, we'll climb on up as you're putting your gloves on, and then we'll do a skidding turn.
Ready?
Okay. Now, Sebastian, skids are very dangerous, and maybe I'm ground shy. Let's say I'm ground shy today. I'm low to the ground. I'm overshooting final because of overshooting wind. Certainly a day that might produce that temptation today. And I don't want to overbank, so now when I start skidding here to the left, I want you to notice that the nose will move left and down, so it sure feels like I'm turning better, but it is a very inefficient turn. It's always better just to keep your turn or roll into a little bit more bank and do a coordinated turn. Skids are very dangerous, though. The ball is going to move to the high wing. We're going to sweep the low wing back now versus the high wing in a slip. Low wing is swept back in a skid. We have roll and yaw in the same direction, even though you'll end up cross-controlled. In your airplane, you'll have aileron to the right to prevent it from overbanking. You don't notice that much in this airplane because the ailerons are so powerful, but we still have roll and yaw into the low wing, sweeping the low wing back. When we roll, it's going to roll faster than the slip because we're turning now, and it's an accelerated stall. It's an accelerated, uncoordinated stall. You're going to end up right over on your back, just like you've already seen already, but it's going to get there faster, so follow along with me. I'm going to leave a little power in our single-engine tractor-style airplane. That's going to mask any buffet. We're not going to get any warning before the roll. So here we go. I'm overshooting. Look where the nose goes. It goes left and down, right? So I'm going to hold the nose up. There's the ball. It's at the high wing. Very dangerous thing to do. Our first indication is going to be a roll here in just a second. There it is. Push, power, rudder, roll, climb. And just a hint again, and you did really well on the last one, but just a hint, I didn't have to push anymore. Once I was out of the stall, I just let the stick kind of stay where it was. We weren't accelerating, so there was no trim pulling the nose toward our head. You know, just push. Now you're out of the stall. Actually, once you neutralize the rudder, you're out of the stall. Then just hold that push and roll upright. Push, power, rudder, roll, climb. How you doing? Good. All right, you want to try one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you some room here. And I'm going to have you go to the left so we can avoid the populated area since we're technically doing aerobatics. You have control.
I have control.
All right, drop that nose just a little bit. Now go into a left bank. There you go, 30 degrees. Hold that bank while now start feeding in bottom rudder. It should feel unnatural to you. It's very dangerous. Hold the bank right there. Look over the nose. And just, yeah, ball's going to the high wing. And wait for it to roll. And then recover. Recover.
Push, power, rudder, roll, climb. Positive rate.
Nice. That was very good. That lift might have been a little bit off the vertical when you started pulling, but you adjusted it. And really, as long as the lift, you can turn right for me. Yeah, just turn right. You're good. As long as the lift is within 5 to 15 degrees of vertical, well over 90 to 95% of your lift is in the vertical. That was a really nice recovery. I like that. Good. I have control.
You have control.
I'm just going to climb you back up here. We'll do one more. Very nice. You clearly get the idea of what we're trying to teach here. All right. Sorry about the weather. It's I'm comfortable with it. I've dealt with far worse than this before, but I know you guys aren't even allowed to fly in this yet, are you?
Not really, but I don't really mind it. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's just different. It's nice to see some different weather. I won't get you to an unsafe situation now. I can still see the airport too, so we're good there. And we're clear of the Bravo. You have control.
I have control.
Keep that bank. Pull the power back a little bit more. All right, now start skidding again. Should feel unnatural to you. And recover.
Power, rudder, roll, climb. Positive rate.
Very nice. Outstanding. I have control.
You have control.
Okay, Sebastian, now we're going to move on, and I am going to show you The untrained response to that same overbanked unusual attitude that you just saw. As you can imagine, it's just a pull through, you know, because that always made the houses get smaller before pulling back on the yoke or stick. And we're going to be fairly slow. We're only going to lose 13 to 1400 feet. We have a lot more than that. We don't have to worry. But you can imagine if you did this at pattern altitude in a relatively low performance airplane. I guarantee a Baron or King Air is going to lose 3 times as much altitude. You do it in a jet, you're going to be above VMO in a heartbeat, no matter how much altitude and you're going to lose a lot of altitude. Okay, I'm going to clear the area here. It is actually clearing up down here. Alright. Yeah, so we're going to start working down here a little bit. Alright, I don't see anybody that's a factor. Alright, Sebastian, so let's just say I hit some clear air turbulence here, and we're at 6,200 feet. And I panic, and I pull. The ground's in view. You can imagine if we were at 2,000 feet above the ground here. I just lost 1,500 feet in a heartbeat. You know, so what if I were up near my structural cruising speed? Flying real fast, even at altitude, I would have gone above VNE. Yeah. So we don't want to do that, do we? No, obviously not. All right, now, so to demonstrate the right thing to do, we're going to do the Cuban 8. I'll do a half of one, then I'll have you do a full one. And in a Cuban 8, just like the loop, now what did Guard pull G's to? What did he have you pull the loop to? 2.5 or 3.5 to 3.8 yesterday?
I believe that was 3.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, you know, I'll leave it up to you because I want you to feel what both about 3.5 to 3.8 feels like for your current aircraft, but I also want you to feel what 2.5 feels like because corporate aircraft and airliners, you can only pull to 2.5 Gs. So did you want to see what 3.5 to 3.8 Gs feels like? Sure. And then after that, we'll just stick them in Schlimmer. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking we probably got at most 10 minutes before that heavy rain hits the gateway.
Keeping an eye on it, random. Concur, that's all we have left. Okay, I think we'll fit it in too. Okay, so let's do a Cuban 8. We're going to pull to about 3.5, 3.8 Gs, 160 knots first. We're going to come up, look for the horizon just like you did in the loop. As we come up and over and down the backside, 45 degrees nose low, in what amounts to a controlled entry into an overbanked unusual attitude, we're just going to push and roll. And you're going to notice we're not going to have to push too much, okay? All right, so Sebastian, follow along with me. We are clear. Pulling the nose up. There is 3.5 Gs right there. Look around for the horizon. Now look back at the horizon. We're going to go 45 nose low here, and we're just going to do a slight push, and a good rapid roll. Almost imperceptible push, right?
Yeah.
Because we weren't stalled. All right, you have control.
I have control.
Pull the nose up. You got your airspeed. Keep pulling. Real nice. Looking good. Keep pulling all the way around. And then right about there, slight push and roll, right on the Renaissance Fair. Very good. Do one more. That was perfect. All right, pull up. That's about 3 Gs. Right cloud clearance, you're doing good. Keep pulling down, right about there. Slight push and roll. Nice. Very good. Just light the seat, not negative Gs. All right, I have control.
You have control.
Very nice. I'll tell you what. Just because you had to put up with the weather, we'll do a couple other neat things out here. I'm going to show you a Hammerhead now. Excuse me, and then I'll have you do one. Then we'll do our simulated power-off approach. All right. Hammerhead, fun maneuver. If you're up for it, the modern.
That sounds great.
Yeah, sorry, I'm right over the ski lake here, right over on the canal.
Okay, that's fine. We'll work towards the cement plant road. All right, here we go. Quick Hammerhead. We're going to get 160 knots. We're going to pull up. You and I are both going to look left. We're going to verify we are indeed going straight up in the vertical. Right before I run out of airspeed, I'll pull the power back a little bit because those clouds look a little close. Look off the left wing. Okay, we're going to go straight up in the vertical. Now we'll add power. Right about there is right up in the vertical. Now, right before we run out of airspeed, kick and left rudder, stick to the right, and some right rudder to cancel that yaw. And I'll pull the power back in our dive recovery. Now, Sebastian, how did I get away with all that yaw and be so slow and not spin? What was I missing for a spin? I need yaw, and what else for a spin?
Angle of attack.
Angle of attack. I needed to be stalled, and I wasn't. I wasn't stalled. There was zero angle of attack on the wings. Alright, there's somebody, really? In the weather up there? Or is that our own fade out? Somebody's 2,000 feet above us. Nope, just a Spirit, so maybe it was our own fade out. I'm gonna have you try one, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, he's clear now. He's either over 3,500 feet high or he's clear. You have control.
I have control.
Alright. Go ahead and push the nose down to get 160 knots. Alright, now pull the nose up. Look left for me. Keep pulling the nose up. You're good. Right about there. Hold it right there. Perfect. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Now kick left. Stick to the right. It's a little shallow. Now right rudder. Pull the power back and recover. Very good. Just a little left wing high there. That's why we ended up a little shallow. Okay, I have control.
You have control.
We are gonna, that's just our wing tank unporting, just because we held that upline for a while. We have full centered Acra, and we're still on the wings. Alright, we're gonna go back to Rittenhouse, do the simulated power-up approach, and then we'll head on back. I thought you did great.
Yeah.
Okay. Take us a little while to get there with the headwind. Now we'll talk about it here so we don't have to talk too much when we're over there. If you lose an engine and you get someplace with a lot of altitude, and I know you guys are taught to go to a low-key position, right? Like a downwind position.
Well, we're supposed to fly, in the ideal high-altitude one,
Yeah,
we
you
fly straight over the landing runway,
good.
turn to a downwind, and then get the 1,000-foot point, and then...
That's perfect. Well, that's what we teach you here, so I didn't know they were teaching a full high key. That's good. Okay. So I'm going to show you that. I'll show you a high key position. Just remember, in this airplane, we need 3,500 feet, or 2,000 feet AGL. Alright, I'm just going to make sure that we can make a Rittenhouse. We got to drive there a little ways. Winds are really pushing us. Otter's going back. And right now, the field off the right wing is clear of the showers, so we'll just do a quick power-off approach, and then we'll call it a day. Window keeps popping open. There we go. Just because we're going fast here to try to beat these winds. Okay. Let's just say my engine quits right here. We can't make Gateway, but we could make Rittenhouse, right? It's right off the right in front of the right wing down there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go right over there. Schlimmer simulated power-off approach into Rittenhouse.
And random is a simulated power-off approach. We are over the cement plant road. Say altitude.
And I'll go right to high key. I'm at 5,000 feet. I've got you on the TIS, so we're 2 miles in front of you, and we'll go right to high key.
We're loitering. Keep us posted.
We'll go. Yeah, I see him on the TIS behind us 2 miles, so. Okay, so now we'll go to best glide. And we need 90 knots. We're not going to get too low out of this, don't worry. There's the runway right down there. I'm going to turn right over it. We'll go left here because of winds. Schlimmer's high key. We'll do a left turn for winds. Okay, I'm a little high here, Sebastian, be above 3,500 feet, so I'll just extend upwind a little bit. All right, about a couple hundred feet, then I'll turn. I got that tower out there. Notice the winds are, wow, are they pushing us? Holy cow. So we're going to have to extend on crosswind here. Holy guacamole. Okay. But we don't want to get impatient here. Now, winds affect your glide speed, ideally, but...
From operations, BJ.
And Otter is already RTB, BJ.
Okay, just want to let you guys know the weather's down in Falcon. Probably another 10 minutes or so here, then it's going to come down as well.
Roger, Schlimmer is off, Rittenhouse, he's RTB, I'm right behind him.
Right, great, thanks.
Yeah, we're just going to cut this off here. Now, we could make this if we wanted to, right? Yeah, we're just, there's... Random, are you going to abort the simulated power-off approach?
Affirmative, I just don't think it's important enough.
No, and I have you in sight. I'll follow you in, so you call first.
Tell you what, let's just go back together. I've got the lead. You want to join on me?
Yeah, that's fine. Your left 9, very low, 1 mile. He's turning it away. Good.
And go ahead and squawk, kill the ferret there.
We'll go.
All right, upset 7 flight. Let's cycle through 8 as I'll meet you on tower.
Shoot.
Naval Gateway Airport. Willie Vortak unmonitored. Hazardous weather information for Arizona available on HIWAS, Flight Watch, or Flight Service frequencies. Hold short instructions must be read back verbatim. VFR departures advise ground control of redirection of departure. Advise on initial contact. Give ATIS information Whiskey. Gateway Tower ATIS information Whiskey. Time 1947 Zulu. Wind 180 at 14. Gust 23. Visibility 15 miles. Sky conditions 3,200 scattered. 4,000 scattered. Ceiling 6,000 broken. Temperature 17. Dew point 09er. Altimeter 2981. Runways 1 and 2 in use. Simultaneous approaches in use.
Gateway Tower, upset 7 is a flight of 2 extras. Rittenhouse 4,000 inbound, requesting the overhead approach with Whiskey.
Upset 7, Gateway Tower, make left traffic, report midfield downwind, runway 12 right.
Left traffic for the overhead to 12 right, upset 7.
Alright, so we'll go over the runway, we'll brake to the right probably, and then we'll land. Really good flight, Sebastian, I thought you did great.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks for your patience with the weather.
No, I still had fun.
Good. Alright, field is still clear.
I'm going to enter Romeo Bravo, fix, change approved.
And engine temperatures, pressures are good. Getting a little bumpy. I'll give him plenty of room in front of us in case he overshoots his taxiway. Just doing a crosswind landing. When we do a crosswind landing and a tail dragger, we usually if it's this strong, you want to land on the mains first. So your priority shifts from a short field landing to just maintaining directional control. So we're not looking to, our priority is not getting off at hotel, it's just doing a nice wheel landing.
Upset 7, report initial runway 12 right, pattern altitude 2,600, and I'll give you your choice on direction to brake right or left. The wind is 210 at 17.
Roger, upset 7, we prefer the left brake, we'll call you on initial for 12 right.
Left brake? Okay. That's cool. would make sense for overshooting winds anyway. Okay, that's cool. Nice of tower to do that. If they were busy, they wouldn't have done that. So just a reminder, hand speed clear for landing, all right?
Yep.
Awesome. A little bit of rain, not too bad. Not going to affect us.
You want me to make sure my feet are clear too?
Yeah, make sure your feet are clear. Yep, absolutely. That would be fantastic. Mixture's rich. Wait for his call for the push it up to bring the prop up.
Upset 7, roger, brake approach in.
Upset 7, left brake approach in.
There's a little rain. Potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, 5. Alright, got random in sight.
Upset 7, runway 12 right, cleared to land. Wind 160 to 210 at 14, gusts to 27.
Alright, the gusts we'll watch out for. The steady state, not too bad, and really all within limits now. If we get a gust and we got to go around, that's fine, but that doesn't sound too bad to me. Okay, we'll make sure random gets clear. Center echo trim brakes, boost, mixture prop. How's he doing? He is on the runway. All right. Looks like he's going to clear at hotel.
Upset 7, turn right hotel, contact ground.
Hotel ground, upset 7.
It's Gusty. There we go. That's not. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We lost some tire tread there. All right. Come on, baby. Good. Yeehaw! Have to change a tire there. Got him on the nose.
taxi via Whiskey Bravo Golf.
Whiskey Bravo Golf to 12 right, start wing 416.
Straightways 116, give way to the flight of 2 opposite direction extras. You'll be pulling into the ramp at the blue hangar, just head to your left.
Alright, give way to them, start wing 416.
Thanks for hanging with me there. That was quite a gusty landing. But that's what you have to do in a tail dragger. You just have to keep flying it the whole way down.
That was cool to see.
Yeah. I would say that if I knew the winds would be that strong going out, I probably would not have gone out. Or if I knew they were that strong coming back. That was pushing the limits, I think.
She wants us.
Oh, okay.
Sir Wings 116, will you be ready at the end?
Yes, sir, for Spirit Wings 116.
Roger.
Any chance for a wind update?
Sure, right now, wind 240 at 21, gusts 30. I'm in the process of putting out a new ATIS.
Okay.
Yeah, that's service, all right.